Hi Taurus, and welcome to your January Lenormand and Tarot reading. I'm using my Magic Soul Tarot today, which we're going to look into in a second. First, we're going to start with the Lenormand. For all of you who do not know the Lenormand, it's a method that is mostly known in France and Germany, as these are the origins of the Lenormand. Madame Lenormand being a French person, but also in Germany. This was something that was and is actually the most preferred method of divination. So everybody in Germany, and I'm from Germany as you can hear, so everybody from Germany is using the Lenormand. It just feels that quite recently the tarot is picking up in Germany. However, let's start with your reading. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is a method where I can have a look into every area of your life, and I will. Some sort of conflict coming out for January. Let's see where this falls into. So we're going to look into love, finances, business, everything that surrounds you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And we start with the ship. Something that is far away, something that you're longing for, plays a role, or a journey, or some sort of travel. Then we do have the other person. So this, just as a little explanation, there are always two cards in the deck that are like literally for a person in your life and your card. This is a person in your life. It doesn't need to be a man. This could be a woman. Just erase this card, especially for the picture of the card, especially for those readings on YouTube, which are obviously general readings. Oh, look at that. And there's your card, so that's good. So I can explain a little bit further. So this is the person you're dealing with, no matter of their gender. Could be a friend, a colleague, could be a family member or a partner. And this is your card, no matter of your gender. Just put your image in here. Oh, wow. And the Sun card next to it. So that's interesting. So there's you and another person being very close, but also something that you're longing for in that connection, or some sort of journey or travel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, involved in that situation. Okay, let's go deeper into that. But then it all leads up to the Sun, which is a lot of happiness and a lot of success. Also the Sun card being in the placement of your private life, or the placement of your home, your house, your family. So there's a lot of happiness and success when it comes to your private life or your family or the place you're living at. Though I have to say the conflict is also at home. In the house of the conflict, and that was the card that's just jumped out, we do have the house. So there might be some sort of conflict you have with the place you're living at, while at the same time you might in general be happy, or the conflict basically clearing up. It could also mean that there's a conflict connected to your family. Again, with the Sun, it would mean it's clearing up. Interesting. Interesting. The relationship in your placement for love and things that bring you joy. So a love relationship or love connection, joyful connection, love and next to it as well. And some challenges. We're going to look deeper into that. All right. And the conflict is connected here to the cross. That could mean some sort of conflict that feels like a burden. Could be connected to karma or a karmic lesson. We're going to go deeper into that in a second. Let me just pull the cards from the Magic Soul Tarot. What's the energy for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What's the energy for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? And the Four of Pentacles talks about stability. We have a 4 just underneath you. So securing yourself, protecting the things that you have in life. or stability, security, having a solid foundation in general, which I can see here as well. The Four of Pentacles could talk about you wanting to save when it comes to finances, again, saving, securing yourself in some shape or form. Or it might also be to holding on. Maybe you're holding on to something here. So let's see, what's the biggest challenge? The biggest challenge for Taurus in January. The Five of Swords, conflict. Okay, some sort of conflict energy. Maybe somebody wanting to take advantage of you, want to be right or win at all cost. Somebody might be very selfish or egotistical. Some sort of conflict where there is no, or it's difficult to find solutions, which might be why it is in the energy of burden. Let's see, what is the energy as the advice? What's the advice for Taurus? What's the advice for Taurus in January? You need to, yeah, interesting. You need to let go of the burden. You're carrying something emotionally, mentally, or even physically. Take good care of yourself. Say no if you can't do something. Don't overburden yourself. And where is the energy leading to? Where is it leading to? What's the development of the month? Joy. That's nice. Joy, sharing beautiful moments together, working together in a team with a 3-3 energy. So that's really nice. Might be a meeting, meeting people, being joyful, sharing beautiful moments together. It doesn't need to be in a group, can just be with another, like one person sharing beautiful moments. So it's all gonna end up well here with the development moving into joy. Good. Diving into your reading here. I would say the strongest energy is here, the energy between you and the other person, because you're so close together. We're going to move into work, into love and relationships after we've done that. So there is a little bit stress and nervousness connected to that thing that you are longing for, or stress and nervousness connected to a direction that is connected to the direction with that person, or stress and nervousness connected to some sort of distance or a journey. There is communication. There's a lot of communication involved. Both cards can talk about communication. In the end, it looks like the communication is leading to more security, stability. And I really get, especially with this card of this specific Lenormand, I really get a very similar vibe to the Four of Pentacles here. Because the Four of Pentacles can be about securing yourself. And while in general the house already can stand for securing yourself, it has a big fence here. So I feel like there's something connected to some sort of communication where it's about stability, securing yourself here, connected to the other person. Let's have a little look further. So taking this a little bit more to your side of the story, there is communication with the other person, which could connect to family, to your home, and long-term plans here. This communication again could lead, same thing again, to more stability, securing yourself, etc. Also long-term, there's growth and there's a lot of positive energy, especially those two cards, right? What does a tree need to grow? Yes, it needs time, therefore the long-term energy, the growth, but a slow-moving energy. But then we need the sun. So I feel like both cards really tell me that there's a lot of growth in your personal life, or connected to your family, or in your home life, or there is a light shining onto the long-term plans connected to your home, maybe even security again, or your family. Let's have a little look. Let's expand this a little bit more. Connected to the other person, we do have a very destined energy. There's a destined change. Oh, that's for you and the other person. There is something that is destined to change. So for some of you, that might connect to relocating. So there might be some sort of communication connected to your home life, where you want to go now. So I don't, excuse me. Yeah, communication, and my throat chakra is being set off again. But I do more see it like in the future. So the stars, the relocating energy here might be more like something that, if you talk about that now, it's more likely going to happen in the future at some point. Taking it back to the changes in January, I feel like there is a change with this person that is very destined. It might be a very successful change, but I can also see it here connected to some sort of burden, some sort of karmic lesson or burden, which is connected to long-term plans or growth. So we do have this conflict that we can see here connecting to the cross. We do have that here as well, falling onto the other person. So something that is bothering you, something that is a conflict for you, might connect to the other person in that sense as well. But then again, I do see a very successful destined change here, and I see the long-term energy next to the person as well. So for you, there's again stress and nervousness connected to choices, to options, and we do see here choices and options, the house, there's a new beginning. Which is interesting because we have the house for new beginnings here, which is something that falls onto you as well. So there's something nagging on you when it comes to a new beginning, but this new beginning comes through choices, options, or a very specific decision, which in some shape or form comes from that conversation or communication at the same time. It could make you feel a little bit uneasy and stressy. And the thing that is bothering you is that something is unclear here. So some sort of unclarity is bothering you when it comes to a new beginning. What's unclear? We have the scythe here, scythe leading to the conversation. Now, the scythe can talk about many things. It could talk about hard work, so something connected to hard work might be unclear, which is why maybe there's some sort of communication. At the same time, the scythe is very hurtful. You can very hurt yourself, and there might be something where it connects to something that has hurt you, which is why there are some sort of unclarities. And then we do see the communication about something that maybe has hurt you or even the other person. Now, going a little bit deeper into that, I can see in the house of the other person is the snake. So there is something connected to the other person where there are either some sort of complications and delays, but there is certainly something ending. So I feel like the solution to those complications and delays is some sort of ending here. On the other hand, this could talk about another woman, a mother, a friend, a colleague, or a rival even, that is somehow connected to the other person, where again certainly there's something that needs to end, or where there's a certain ending in some shape or form. So just looking at the places, your house places, while in your house there is the public. So maybe you announce something, maybe you make something public, or maybe you go a little bit more into the public here, which could be something that we can see here as well, or something that is like some sort of event that might play a part here as well for you. So having done these energies now, the last thing I can do to check out the energies here is that there is some, this person is connected to your love life, and there is some sort of solution when it comes to finances. So that's something I can see here, and there's some sort of steps that you take, or maybe some sort of message that is coming in with some sort of information or knowledge, maybe through the communication, and that might lead to, so either there's information coming into you that is going to be a bit painful, or there's communication through communication coming in information and knowledge about ending something, or something that needs to stop in a way, because that's what the scythe does. It interrupts, some sort of interruption. or something that comes in where it's about the sudden movement. So some sort of information might lead to sudden steps and movement here. So that's another thing that I can see that is connected to, I feel like, this whole situation here. So let's move a little bit closer to the energy of the love. Love is in your house of happiness and success. So there is going to be a lot of joy, a lot of love. Love is going to make you happy. It's going to be very successful. There is some sort we can see this here again. So there's some sort of information coming in that leads to some sort of challenges, emotional challenges. We do see the conflict here as well that comes with that new information, and that new information might also lead to some sort of, again, unclarities, which then again there's some sort of worry. It could be fear of loss. It could be loss. It could just be something nagging on you. Something is going to be a little bit unclear here when it comes to love and relationship in general. Going now to the ring card, we do have, oh, that's very interesting. Look at that. We do have a little bit stress and nervousness connected to your relationship, which seems to be a very joyful or love relationship. And we can see this already with the thing that is building up here. It's almost like with the clouds, like there's something building up, some sort of challenge or some sort of conflict is building up through some sort of new information or news coming in. But then also we see within that relationship a destined change, a successful destined change here. And also the storks are next to it. So there is some sort of change. Maybe it comes in like a surprise. Maybe there's a blessing. The flowers in general are always something beautiful. So in a way, there could be also a beautiful change. Or there could be something that comes in like a surprise, like some sort of surprising change that is influencing here the relationship. Something, maybe even some sort of offer. There might be some sort of offer that is changing something within that relationship. So that could be another thing here. Let's go deeper into your, do we say, let's go to work, because that's quite interesting, as work is exactly where it is supposed to be, and your work life is somehow connected to the public. Maybe you are in public, maybe you're thinking about publishing something, or certain groups and events do play a part here. I do, however, feel like there's some sort of conflict connected to your work life. I do feel like you're doing, at this time, you do exactly what you are supposed to do, because the card of the anchor, which is work, is directly where it is supposed to be. Now, there are also some complications or delays connected to the public, or another person playing a role here in public. Maybe because of the complications and delays, you're thinking about a strategy to end those complications and delays. So maybe you're very strategic when it comes to your business. And I would be a bit careful of this snake energy, because there might, oh my goodness, yes. There we go. Well, yeah. It's interesting because I was so drawn into those cards that for a moment I forgot what we talked about here. But what I can see is be a bit careful, because there might be people who are jealous of you, or might be people who are not on your side or try to take advantage of you. Just be mindful. There could be a little bit of a challenge here. Be mindful with that. And then there are some sort of steps that you're going to take. Those steps are going to lead into joy and happiness and into something that you love doing. So that's all good, connected to the business. But just be a little bit mindful. There might be somebody from the public who might present themselves as a friend, but then maybe aren't a friend, might be a work colleague here. But I feel like just be a bit mindful in January with something connected to a person that you know from the public, from an event, from some sort of group thing. Just be a bit careful here, because I feel like that person might want to take advantage of you. Alrighty, so what else? Oh yes, and obviously we do have the House of Finances here. Be mindful with finances and business and finances, because when the fox is here, just be careful that you don't spend too much money, I would say, which then again with the Four of Pentacles, that's basically what it says, right? Saving money, having a solid foundation, that might be really like focus here. And the fox, then again, just be careful, be strategic here in the month of January with your finances. Looking into the finances here, again, that's so interesting. We do have something that is very, first of all, this could be success, being recognized, being seen, being very successful here. There is some sort of decision financially, which might connect to a cause, might connect to some sort of knowledge that might, for one part, be very destined, because we have two destiny energies here, fate and destiny playing a part when it comes to your finances. Maybe you're deciding to learn something or some sort of course, education, training, knowledge, kind of like is a little bit like a burden. There's a burden on some sort of knowledge when it comes to finances, maybe something like stagnating a little bit here. On the other side, I do see you're going to get recognized. There might be, on the other hand, then also good partnerships connected to your finances here, and I do see success as well when it comes to finances. Success, being seen, being appreciated, being valued, and maybe doors opening. But also then this whole thing of doors opening, some sort of option, offer, may that be in your private life, may that connect to the other person, or may that connect to you in some shape or form. That has to do with something that might be difficult or like a burden in some shape or form. And it almost feels like, if we look at that financially, there are two choices, or there's a specific choice where you can go left into success destiny or right into burden and fate. So be really careful and mindful with your finances in February. All right, and then the other thing here is that there's also the key. The key to your finances might be connected to your love and love life, or about doing something that you love. So that's another part that I can see here. And where does it all lead to? It's leading to the Three of Cups. Like I said, this is a really beautiful energy. So even though you are working through some challenges here, where it's going to end up is you being very joyful. There's something that you might celebrate, some sort of celebration, not necessarily within an event, though obviously this could be the case because you have the event card here. But it's a beautiful energy of joy, celebration, celebrating something, celebrating life, sharing joyful moments together. And that's what everything is leading into. So even though there are some challenges, know that in the end it's all going to work out and you're going to be very joyful. All right, Taurus, this is your reading for January. I hope you like this beautiful method from Germany and France. So I'm so looking forward to do the next reading for you.